Hello and welcome to the United Hour. I am President Chad, and in the house with me, we got the man Devin, the Bajan down there in Miami. And we've got the man Raul, number 7. How you doing, brothers?
Hi, good afternoon. How are you?
Raul,
Good afternoon, sir.
anytime you're coming on the United Hour and you're eating, you know how to bring food for everybody.
Well, it's actually a cookies and creams Hershey's chocolate.
It don't matter, you have to share, bro. You have to share.
Don't worry, when I see you guys in person, you will get one.
All right. So there's a lot going on. We have to talk about what is going on with Marcus Rashford and these supposedly, wanting to leave. We also hearing a lot of rumors about Manchester United doing a massive clear out in the summer. We're talking probably 7, 8 players might be on the way out. May not necessarily be a bad thing. And of course, the big topic today, we're going to be talking about what can Manchester United do for silverware. And we're not talking about, flippant, crazy, stuff. We're talking about practical things that Manchester United could do to get silverware next season. But I want to start off talking about Chelsea Football Club because they are all in the news. So Roman Abramovich would have gotten sanctioned from the English Parliament today. What does that mean for Chelsea Football Club? So let me not, I like to be accurate when we're reading news. So let me read it out to you all. Chelsea will not be able to buy any new players. They cannot agree any new contracts. They are not able to sell new tickets for season ticket holders or tickets that already been sold. Those supporters will be able to come into the stadium. They are not going to be able to sell any new tickets. They cannot sell the club either. The sale of Chelsea is on hold. If Abramovich wants to sell the club, he's going to have to give permission. The government, the UK government, is going to have to oversee that process. And not only are they going to oversee the process, all of the money is going to go to charity. He's being sanctioned, so none of his assets in the UK can give him any money. Which means if Chelsea is sold, he will get $0. What can the club do? The club can continue to play matches, continue to receive broadcast money, and, well, as I said earlier, allow tickets holders to go to the game. So we have a situation at Chelsea Football Club where they are pretty much dead in the water. Their shirt sponsor, the front shirt sponsor, has canceled their sponsorship. The sleeve sponsor, Hyundai, has said that they are looking at it, and more likely than not, they may also look to cancel their sponsorship as well. So Chelsea is in a bit of a problem. People like Rudiger and Christensen and all of the players in Chelsea that had negotiations or were probably looking to exit will definitely be able to exit because Chelsea cannot get into any negotiation. Now, let's be clear. We do not know how long the war in Ukraine is going to go on. We don't know how long the oligarchs, because even if, let's be practical, let's say the war ends tomorrow and Russia wins, the West may still decide that they want to keep sanctions on because of Russia's actions. So this may be going on for a little while. And if Chelsea is unable to buy players, unable to get into new contracts, if existing stakeholders are pulling out, and to be honest with you, even if they don't pull out, they're not going to be able to give the club money. The club is not going to be able to raise revenue. And even if it does raise any kind of revenue, none of that is going to get its way to the owner. We have to remember also that Chelsea Football Club is in $1.5 billion of debt. They owe Abramovich that, right? So if this situation persists, we may find that Chelsea's football club, if they're unable to pay their debt, may become may go into administration. That is how bad it is at Chelsea at the moment. So I mean, none of us are Chelsea supporters, from the standpoint of fandom, we don't really care. was going on at Chelsea Football Club. But the fact that Chelsea could go into administration and possibly deduct points if this persists over a long period of time and that administration happens, we have to wait on it as football supporters. You know, anybody have any thoughts on what's going on at Chelsea before we move on?
We have to wait on it.
Yeah, so for me, it's the other thing you forgot to mention, and as well as there is, they're only limited to spending £20,000 on their away travel per match. So to me, that right off the bat, I'm sitting here trying to go through my head how they can manage to go to a Champions League trip on that budget as well. If they're traveling around England, it's not like they can rent out cabins on trains or something like that to go everywhere. You also got to think about hotels, things like that. So
Rent that canoe.
that too. So for me, it's they're also limited to. I want to say it's either £500,000 or £600,000 per match to pay for stewards and security for their home matches as well too. So this situation is definitely real serious. The mega store, they can't sell any merchandise anymore at all. They're losing out on that shirt sponsor, like you said. Potentially Nike could pull out as well too. So it's a real bad situation for them. Um, do I feel bad about it? No. Would I say take advantage of that situation with certain players, aka Rudiger? Yes, I would say now that Chelsea is in this situation now, try to go in there and because we Lord knows we need a defender, and now if you could get some sort of well you could pay him a good contract now because you won't have to pay a transfer fee anyway too. This eliminates Chelsea from re-signing him, so he's also free to negotiate elsewhere. But for me, I would be looking into doing something with Rudiger. There's also been talk about with some fans online. I'm not saying I'm one of them, but there's some fans online who are saying that now would be a good time to go in for Tuchel. So
But we're going to talk about Tuchel a little later. We have
so
a
it,
little segment talking about managers, so we're gonna bring that. We're gonna bring that in. At
but
that
for me, the focus as a United fan is I would be one to tell the board right now take a serious look into signing Rudiger right now because he's already out of contract in the summer as it is.
Raul, any thoughts on the Chelsea situation?
Yeah, that all Chelsea fans had to talk to me nice.
we leave we leave that right there. So Sky
Yeah,
Sports.
you all covered everything basically.
Yeah. Sky Sports did a poll, and in the poll they asked, hey, welcome in the man himself, the black Bruce Wayne. How are you doing, brother?
I'm good. I'm good. You hearing me clearly?
Yes, excellent.
Yes.
Audio
Free
is
care,
up.
free care.
Yeah. So Sky Sports did a poll.
Yeah.
And in this poll, they asked United supporters. Now, we don't know if all of them were United supporters or not. But they asked supporters, um, you know, to choose in or out who you want to keep versus who you want to get rid of. And even though we did that here on this program a couple weeks ago, actually, probably as much as a month ago, we did
Yeah.
loan, sell, keep, right? So we're not going to go through it from that perspective. I want to talk a little bit about what the fans in the UK or wherever, it was an international poll, it was done on the internet. We had like over 88,000 people participating. So it wasn't just like 10 people that ask a question. You understand? 88,000 fans is a lot of supporters. So I want to touch on the poll. And also, as we go through the poll, I want to bring up some stuff about our own feelings about certain people, certain players, and certain situations at Manchester United. So the first
Yeah.
one we're gonna look at is Scott McFred. Now on their poll, 66% of the people wanted to keep McFred. Well, keep Scott McTominay, and 33% wanted to axle. It was the complete opposite with Fred. Only 25% wanted to keep Fred, and 74% wanted to get rid of Fred. We want to go through these kind of quickly because we want to touch on everything. So pretty much, keep Scott. Yes, no.
Yes,
Yes.
Sell
Yes.
Fred. Yes, no.
yes, yes.
Yes.
Yes, sell Fred for me also. Let's go. Victor Lindelof and Harry Maguire. Only 44% of people wanted to keep Victor Lindelof, and even less, 16% wanted to keep Harry Maguire. So, sell Victor Lindelof? Yes, no?
For
Keep
now,
him.
no.
Keep
No,
him.
it depends who we bring in. Depends who we bring in, but for now, keep him.
And Harry
Don't even go to the
Maguire.
next person,
Definitely
please.
gone.
Let's move on.
Maguire gone. Gone.
Let's move
Gone.
on. Just move on. You're not even talking about that person. Let's just
All
continue.
right. That is what we like to hear. Maguire out the door. Cristiano Ronaldo and Edison Cavani. Cristiano Ronaldo, 66% of people say, ask him, bust it throat. And Edison Cavani, 74, let's say 75% of people say Cavani should be out the door. What say you all?
I
Ronaldo and
agree.
Cavani out?
I agree on both those polls. They got a spot on. Ronaldo, unfortunately, he is, yes, he's still the leading goal scorer right now with 15 goals. But for this side right now that we're looking for, it's not the same Ronaldo as we all grew up watching and loving. And it just seems to me that Cavani is only wants to play when he wants to, once every 5 matches, and then he ends up injured or doesn't feel fit to play to give it all for the side. And these are players on big wages who are preventing other youth like a Charlie McNeil from coming up through the academy and getting their chance. Young, hungry players, and we need to start bringing them in as well. So yes, Ronaldo, great legend for the club, deserves a statue, won a Ballon d'Or, but his time with the club is it's time to move on.
Okay.
Bruce Wayne?
I will ask Cavani because as you're saying, Cavani seems like his heart is not in it this season for some reason or not. He has always been injured throughout his tenure at Manchester United thus far. As great as a teacher he is to some of the young strikers, I think no, there is it. Like he was not too happy with that he didn't get his move away from Manchester United in January. So this seems a bit like weird from him. The behavioral patterns kind of like off to me. Ronaldo, I'm torn on that because I still believe he has a lot to give to the club itself. Like that unfulfilled promise that we needed from him. But at the end of the day, I will keep him for one more season. That's it.
Get rid of Cavani and Ronaldo for you?
Get rid of
Cavani,
Cavani, keep Ronaldo.
I say Cavani could press. I disagree with that comment Gregory made there just now, but we will deal with Gregory later. But you see, because I would keep Ronaldo because there's so much to learn from that man. You mightn't like his way or his thing, but he is so driven.
All right, let me ask you this question. Keep Ronaldo. Do you want to see Ronaldo? Let me ask another question, right? The question on the poll is strictly keep or act. But my question to you is, do you want to see Ronaldo as Manchester United's main striker next season?
Not the main. Not the main. He can be part of a setup coming off the bench.
All right, excellent. So let's get into some defenders. Aaron Wan-Bissaka, 73% of people said ask him get bust Aaron throat. Luke Shaw, 66% of people say keep Luke Shaw. Ask Aaron Wan-Bissaka, everybody.
Yes. If
He
it
has
feels like,
regressed.
it feels like he
Yes.
has regressed since he came to Manchester United. Like before, he first came to the club, and yes, we all knew about how great his tackling was and all that too. But it just seems that the longer he's been at the club, the more he's tried to depend more on just that last ditch tackling and his positioning. I feel has gotten worse and worse and worse, and his crossing is not there either as well. And it's for a 50 million pound player, you should be in your national side, and you're not even getting a look. That pretty much says it all.
Yeah.
Correct.
Ask Aaron, yeah? Bruce Wayne?
Yeah.
Rahul?
With a Matika chainsaw.
I want to ask Carlton about this one. Why?
No, well,
Right, yeah.
Carlton may have the time to type why, and please do, Carlton, if you could. My thing is, Aaron Wan-Bissaka And Harry Maguire served this team very well when we were playing counter-attacking football. When did we were not keeping a high line, and where our left back was playing more traditional left and right back and not wing backs, where they were expected to come forward and contribute to the attack.
Yeah.
Right? Aaron Wan-Bissaka looked excellent, and I think he could still do that job. He is not the greatest progressor of the ball, and therefore, if we get our next manager, whomever he may be, if he is looking for somebody who can progress the ball as well as defend, who could put in crosses, if he's looking for that Trent Alexander or that Robinson type, then we're not going to be getting that from Aaron Wan-Bissaka. And Harry Maguire is too slow. He is a liability when we keep a high line.
Man is a tortoise with handbrakes up.
Right? So from that perspective, I could understand why we would want to get rid of those players. You understand? Carlton says he is the best defensive back. Yeah, we hear that, Carlton. I agree. But it all depends on the football we want to play.
He could tackle. He could tackle. That's about it, in my opinion.
It all depends on the football we want to play.
Yeah.
Where are we? Eric Bailly and Diego Dalot. 67% of people say ask Eric, and 55% of people say keep Diego Dalot. That's very close, very, very close for Diego Dalot.
So I disagree with them for axing Eric Bailly, because I feel that would be a very big mistake to let him go. I also feel he's been very unfair in this side. And if the rumors are true of that he's upset that Harry Maguire keeps on playing over him, I completely see his point. I would completely agree with that as well, too. When a player is consistently putting in bad performances and still gets a nod ahead of you, it's very hard to lose motivation. So, but for me, he needs he needs to play the next couple matches ahead of Maguire, and he needs a fair run in the side, because I think Bailly can be a great asset to this side if he can stay healthy, if he can keep from getting injured, because we all know his past with his injury issues. He will be a great asset for United. So for me, keep for now.
Anybody else want to keep Bailly?
I was gonna say once he can stay healthy, we can keep him.
Yeah,
once he stays healthy, because
once he can stay healthy in front of that to sell him.
He plays with heart and soul. He is what you can see and describe as a United player. He gives his all. Yeah. He does. The screw does come loose every now and again, like all of them in our defense, like all of them. But that man, and he quick, he athletic, he reads the game well. He reads the game well.
So according to most of these supporters, Diego Dalot barely gets in 54%, 55% keep. What say you all on Diego Dalot? Keep or get rid of?
I say keep it.
Oh yeah, keep him.
Uh-huh. Because Diogo Dalot can play that wing back, and he can also play in the midfield on the wide. He has that capability, and he has shown that. So why get rid of somebody you have that flexibility?
Carlton, I shared this earlier, but I wanna voice it. Carlton said Maguire is playing a false 5.
He wears a false number 5.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
he's not an actual 5. So
He's a false
let's go on in this poll. Bruno Fernandes gets a whopping 89% says to keep Bruno Fernandes, and 94% say to keep Jadon Sancho. Any arguments where that is concerned?
Spot on.
But yeah.
Spot on.
And yeah, and the thing about it is people quarrel about Bruno, you know why? Because they say he's quarreling this, but Bruno giving his all.
Yeah.
My challenge with Bruno Fernandes, because remember I said we're going through the poll, but it's not just about the poll, we're also going to be talking about issues with players. My challenge with Bruno Fernandes is, prior to this season, Bruno Fernandes was the leader at Manchester United. Harry Maguire wore the armband, but everybody knew who the leader on the team was. And that everybody, for the supporters, even for the players on the pitch, the leader was Bruno Fernandes. I do not know what has happened since Cristiano Ronaldo has arrived. Bruno has become more of a whiner. And in our last game, I saw zero leadership on that pitch. Zero leadership. Bruno's leadership has diminished with the arrival of Cristiano Ronaldo. Why that is, I do not know. But I would want to see that old Bruno, that first 2 seasons Bruno. I need to see that guy. That is the person I need to see. But he's definitely not somebody that we want to get rid of. Let's check out some comments here quickly before we head on to the next graphic. Bruno needs a box-to-box midfielder to partner him. Gregory is saying, did you not see how City targeted Wan-Bissaka in the derby? And I think Pep intentionally didn't play Sterling because he realized that Wan-Bissaka knows how to pocket Sterling. And Foden is a different kettle of fish. Definitely more aggressive.
Apparently stronger too.
Indeed. Apparently stronger as well. Right, so let's get back into the poll. We want to go through these as quick as possible. Where are we? We're up here, number 7. Paul Pogba and Donny van der Beek. So 76% of people say, get rid of Paul Pogba. Hit the road, Paul, and don't come back no more. And 55% of responders say they want to keep Donny van der Beek. So Donny kind of divides the fan base as he has when he was here. He's still doing it on loan at Everton. Talk to me, guys.
What is he doing? What is he doing at Everton? Sitting on the bench?
No, he played.
He's playing.
Everton losing. He's playing.
Last time I saw he was on the bench.
Nah, that was only the first game. He's playing.
Yeah, keep Donny. I will start here. Keep Donny. And all I have to say is, Paul, your mother come. For you to go.
Robert, let's get you in. Keep Donny.
Yeah, why not? Because we have been giving other people chances, so why not? But Paul, time is up. Paul was here for like 6 years now. I haven't seen anything from him. I haven't seen it, so I think Paul has to go.
All right.
But if Donny has to stay, I think this should be his make or break. And I think like a lot of players on this team needs a make or break season. You have this season, like men need to understand from the beginning of the season, you have 1 year to prove yourself. If in this year you don't prove yourself, you are out the door. But again, everyone knows that there is no out the door. Scott will get a new contract, so will Fred, so will Phil Jones and Lingard and everybody else.
We are not having you with that, Robert.
I am telling you.
Have changed at Manchester United.
Hey.
Or at least the winds of change are blowing.
What?
So, Alex Tellez, I think we did Diego Dalo already, yet?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So Alex Tellez is getting the nod. 57% of people want to see Tellez remain. What say you guys? Just say yes or no.
Yeah, man.
I guess.
Let's get into something a little exciting now. Dean Henderson and David De Gea.
So
8% of responders want to keep David De Gea, and 67% of responders want to keep Dean Henderson. I don't know how you want to keep both goalkeepers, but that seems to be what they want to do. So, yes.
So for me, it's David De Gea right now is in the form of his life, and keepers can play well on until they're in their 40s. Buffon and Van der Sar are perfect examples of that. Unfortunately, that means for Dean Henderson right now, I think right now is the time to cash in on him and get the most money that we can get for him. And it is nothing to do with his playing ability because everybody knows he should be in that England side. But he's not playing right now. It's a World Cup year, and he's good enough for that England side. It's just that David De Gea is playing in the form of his life, and this is the only reason why I say cash in now. You can bring in another keeper as well, but Lord knows right now David De Gea is undroppable.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What say you, Bruce Wayne?
I see the same thing. That's it. That's it for Dean Henderson in my opinion. Time to move him on. See how much money we can get for him. Because at the end of the day, if this is David De Gea we have right now, and the only problem we have with him is more or less his distribution and dealing with crosses effectively. Okay, because he's one of the best shot stoppers in world football. So I say the best thing to do is get rid of Dean Henderson, and we keep Tom Heaton. So at least we know we have a competent enough number two. And yeah, that's it for me on that aspect. So I'll keep David here, get rid of Dean Henderson.
Robert, you agree with these guys?
yeah, I do. We should
All right. Well,
yeah.
I have a different opinion. My opinion is the same way Harry Maguire is an antiquated defender in terms of modern football. He can't keep a hand like. No, don't get me wrong. Harry Maguire is not bad with the ball at his feet. Harry Maguire is not bad pressing forward. He is not a bad passer, right? He is excellent in the air. But to play a high press, Harry Maguire is a liability. Similarly, to play a high press, you need a goalkeeper that is dominant in the box. I love David De Gea.
Yeah.
If the season ended right now, David De Gea would get my vote for the player of the season, and still I would look to get rid of him in the summer. Because if we're looking to upgrade, we had to upgrade. Is David a great shot stopper? Yes. Does that save goals? Yes. But somebody who distributes the ball well also helps create goals. And additionally, David is also not vocal. He doesn't command his box. Wan-Bissaka is often out of position. David would not see the man in the back. I'd say, David, your back post. He is not going to make that call. I heard that Dean Henderson is very vocal in his box. He would see that happening and he would shout out to Wan-Bissaka, hey, look behind you. And a goalkeeper that communicates with his back line, because defense is not 4 players or 5 in the back. Defense is your defenders plus your goalkeeper. And if David De Gea adds that to his game, after this amount of time, I do expect David to add anything to his game. So what I'm saying is, let David finish the season. If it was me, he would get an award for being the player of the season, but I would let David go, keep Dean Henderson, and look for a backup goalkeeper. But that's just my opinion.
To keep Dean to do what? Exactly. Because Dean is no one's number one. Dean is not even England's number one. He's not even England's number 2 or 3 or 4.
Yeah, but David De Gea is not Spain number 1.
Okay, but David De Gea still does something. I have not seen Dean do anything as yet. Dean has never proven
You
himself.
haven't seen Dean do anything in a United shirt, but we know what Dean.
No. Real people do real things in other people's jerseys, right? The point is, I've not seen the man do it in my jersey, right? And that's what I want to see. I have seen David do it in my jersey, so I cannot trust Dean. And then even if you say you want to look to the future, to me, Dean is not the future. If you're gonna look to the future, there are far better English goalkeepers than Dean Henderson. Far better.
Well, if that is the case, no, don't get me wrong. I'm not fighting on you all on your point. You all want to keep David as cool.
No,
my thing is I wanna get rid of David, and if you say D not good enough, then my thing is get rid of both of them.
No, but then, okay,
because we want to build. We have to build a modern side, and a goalkeeper that is not good distributing the ball and not vocal in the box is not a modern goalkeeper. David De Gea was excellent for this club, when you had men like Vidic and men like Ferdinand in the back. He is not excellent with this club with the defenders we have at the moment. He's not going forward. Right? Where are we?
We
All right, we
just
did that one. So let's go to Rafael
Bailly.
Varane. We did Eric Bailly already. 88% of people want to keep Rafael Varane. I don't think anybody will have an issue with that.
not at all.
No.
Good. Marcus Rashford and Anthony Elanga. Let's start off with Anthony Elanga. 92% of the responders want to keep Anthony Elanga. Everybody cool with that? Agree with that? Yeah.
Yeah. Without
No,
a doubt.
Unanimous.
No, no.
Marcus Rashford is splitting views right now. 54%. Barely pass.
Hey,
He was barely past. 54% of responders want to keep Marcus Rashford.
a
Let
guy
me just-
called Rashford the English Jermaine Defoe, and I agree with him.
Let me just say a little bit about Rashford, and then I'm gonna pass it on. Now we know Fabrizio Romano has said that he has got it from Rashford's people that Rashford is genuinely considering his future at United.
Where is he
Right?
going?
This is not hearsay. It is not, this is serious. Additionally, where Rashford is concerned, we also have a situation where he is upset about his playing time. He is upset about being dropped out of England national team. And the one question I have for Marcus Rashford is why you're not upset that you're playing shit week in, week out. You understand?
Exactly.
That is why I
You
want
don't,
to
because he
be
doesn't have
upset
to
with that.
be. He don't have to be.
So keep or axe Marcus Rashford, Devin.
I will have to. For me, you will have to ask me this question at the end of the season because he's been a loyal and faithful servant to Man United. His off the pitch stuff is incredible, but right now I only care about his performances. He deserves the chance to try and turn this thing around. If it does not turn around by the end of the season, then for me it's you gotta cash it now and move on. So because I think PSG is really interested in him to be the replacement for Mbappe, and if that's what it takes, and we don't see any improvement here, then thank you for your service. You were a loyal and faithful servant to
Okay.
United. You did your best, but it will be the time to move on for the best for both parties.
I have
So-
a question.
Go ahead.
Is Marcus okay? Is Marcus Rashford right? Really and truly that good, or is it because the man feeds kids that he is that good, or is it because of FIFA and the game he is that good? Because I don't think he's that good enough. I don't think he's as good as he thinks
So I
that he is.
I don't think he's as natural a finisher as Greenwood is. I do think that he dribbles.
Do not say
very
his
well.
name. Do not say his name. You get cancelled. Calm yourself. Do not say his name.
Well, I don't
Say the
think
guy
I
you shall not
don't
be
think
named.
he's as good as a finisher as the one who allegedly
He shall not be named.
So
The one who shall not be named. That's his new title. No.
You cannot say his name.
But I do think that he can dribble well. I just think that he needs to pick his head up a bit more and realize if he can use his brain as well as not just rely on his natural ability and learn when to use it to pick and choose when, he will be very good. But for now, he is going through a real rut right now. I feel like it kind of started I really noticed it a lot after the Euros, after he missed that penalty. To me, it kind of seemed like he was going downhill. Took time off, obviously to get his shoulder fixed up, whatever. Came back in, started scoring goals, encountered a little bit of adversity, and I just want to see if he has the mental strength right now to overcome this adversity.
So I like this comment from Carlton. He says, Rashford is symptomatic of the problem with the team. And
I agree with that. So
and this team has dipped in form.
Yes, so has Rashford. So, but one of my big things, and if you're having a bad game, okay, I can understand it. Everybody has a one-off game here and there. But if you're having a bad game, do the other things as well. Yeah, do the other things as well. Track back, press, try to win the ball off people and get the ball to people who are having good games. And what I'm seeing from Rashford right now is he's kind of just walking about the place, like just sulking, not doing those things that won us over when he was first coming out. And
He's
so
being a spoiled
we,
child.
we need that Rashford to come back into the side. And if by the
I
end of
like
the season, if by the end of the season we don't see that Rashford, then for me it's time to move on.
I like this comment from Best. He perfectly encapsulates exactly what it is you're saying. We should
Yes,
look for more team players and move away from egos.
one hundred
Um,
percent.
I just want to
When
touch on this quickly, and then I want to go. I want to go to Bruce Wayne with a question. Guys, you all do realize that Rashford, Martial, and the one who shall not be named has a more impressive debut season than Elanga. We need to be careful with this Elanga talk. All we saying is keep Elanga. Nobody here say Elanga is the next best thing since sliced bread, right? Um, Bruce Wayne, I want to ask you this. I have a problem with Marcus Rashford and his PR team. When the one who shall not be named was accused, his accusations of rape was floating about, and videos and pictures and voice notes was bandied about. Apart from David De Gea being the first player that came out and defriended him on social media, Marcus Rashford the next day released a picture with he and his girlfriend holding hands and all smoochy smoochy. I don't know if that was to show everybody at Manchester United is beat women. I don't know what that was about, right? But I found the timing of that a little sus. I didn't appreciate it. But I say, you know what? Maybe the PR team was going and drop that picture anyway. Maybe it happened the day before. All right. I didn't make a fuss about it on the program. I didn't talk about it. You see this news that Fabrizio Romano drop here? After we lose to Manchester City, we just got humiliated by Manchester City. You came off the bench, you did absolutely minus 2% of work in that game. You contributed all of zero. And the next day you come out, your PR team talking about you questioning your future and whether you want to be at Manchester United and you're questioning your playing time. I mean, what is going on with Marcus Rashford and his PR team? Am I wrong for thinking now we Bruce Wayne talked to?
No, no, you're not. No, you're not. Because
Am
at
I
the end,
seeing things or am
no,
I,
no, you're not. No, you're not, because this is how these celebrities operate, right? Spin doctors, as we call it, because they will hire these PR teams, these communication specialists, to more or less plant seeds of doubt, right? And what better way to garner the spotlight than doing something of that nature after a loss? So more or less, we lost 4-1 to City, and then all of a sudden, Marcus Rashford, his future is uncertain at Manchester United. We realize nobody really focusing on the 4-1 again. All of a sudden, it's Marcus Rashford.
Yeah, but it can't be all about you though.
That's it.
It can't be about you. What about the team?
That is it. Because it's all right. Let's play it in this light also. Who else in the team garners that kind of attention outside of Paul Pogba and Ronaldo? Well, outside of Rashford, Paul Pogba and Ronaldo. So you see what's happening there, because his level of stature in the club is so high that he can put out. He's realizing anything that he puts out in the social media now has traction, it gains traction. So again, and then we have to remember too that Marcus Rashford in British society now, he is obviously high in stature in the British society because of his charitable work, his philanthropy. So he has to walk a very tight rope when it comes to these issues, especially when you said he distanced himself from that one who shall not be named, right? And I'm based upon my profession, that is something a lot of people will be advised to do. That's kind of looking off. Let's make it known that you're not associating with that. That's how it is.
And that's why I asked you the question. I specifically asked you that question because I know, you in that kind of business and how things look is a big deal.
Yes,
I'm just saying, I have no issues with him wanting to show himself in a different light. It's always
Yes.
nice to see black young athletes showing themselves in positive light. But I'm just saying the timing of those two things were not good. The timing of the first one, to me, it seemed like a stab in the back for the one who
Yes.
shall not be
And
named.
it is similar to what Paul Pogba has been going through from ever since he walked through doors at Manchester United when he came back. Every time it's after probably a loss or after he goes
Or
on
before
to
a big game,
for a big game or national break is some story with Paul Pogba and Mino Raiola, and the wheels keep turning and turning and turning. So Marcus Rashford this year realized, hey, whatever I say or put into public, it actually has some gain traction. So why not ride the horse until the hooves fall off? And that's what he's doing right now. That's what his PR team is doing.
mean, I don't have an issue with Marcus Rashford. I like Marcus. I don't mind. I wouldn't want Marcus to go. But if Marcus is serious about questioning his United career, if he is serious about wanting to go, I would not think twice about selling him.
Yeah.
Because at this stage, we cannot be keeping divas. Anybody who wants to go, boss up.
Belong. Yes.
It have no, let me tell you, could you imagine that poll was so close for Marcus? Could you imagine 3 months ago us talking about Marcus leaving the club? That would have been the heresy. That would have been unheard of.
This brings me back to remember Wayne Rooney against.
Yes.
So, guys, before we,
but it's kind of like.
Well, if Rashford could respond with an overhead kick goal as well too, we Rooney set the blueprint for how to win the fans back over. That could work too.
So Clive is talking about some solutions to what Manchester United needs, and he's saying we need to get some youth players back in the team, and promote more youth into the team. Guys, before we continue, we almost finished with the poll from Sky Sports. Man, we are going to be launching from today the One Love United promotion. What is the One Love United promotion? Every month from now until the end of the year, we are going to be giving away some kind of Manchester United memorabilia. And we are starting off with a bang of the United Hour. We are going to be giving away a signed Bruno Fernandes t-shirt. Yeah, put that t-shirt up there for people to see, Devin.
Hold on.
Signed
Right
Bruno
there.
Fernandes t-shirt. Show them
Signed,
the back. It is
authenticated and all. So,
you have your certificate of authenticity. So you could wear it, you could put it up, you could frame it, you could keep it. And if Bruno becomes a legend, you can have a jersey worth a lot of money. So how do you participate in the One Love United promotion? Very simple. You have to be subscribed to be eligible to win to our YouTube channel. You like the video. Every video between now and the 25th of March, we're going to be looking and announcing a winner on the 25th of March. Every video between now and the 25th of March, you like it, and all you do in the comments, you type One Love United. That's it, right? Only subscribers to our YouTube channel is going to be eligible to win. I know a lot of you all watch this program on Facebook. That's okay. You can keep watching, but afterwards, head across to YouTube, look for the United Hour, subscribe, like the video, One Love United in the comments, and that's it. Every time you like a video between now and the 25th and you put One Love United in the comments, that is an entry. We're gonna take your name down, and at the end of the time, we're gonna toss up all the names and randomly pick one, and that person is going to be announced on the 25th. So definitely take part in the One Love United promotion. The first item we're going to be giving away is a signed Bruno Fernandes t-shirt. I mean, come on, guys, you must want to be part of that. Let's jump back into it. We did that already. And Jesse Lingard and Amad Diallo. 65% of people want to keep Diallo. 74% of people want to get rid of Lingard. I think that sounds about right here, guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't think Lingard has. I'm sorry. I don't think Diallo has gotten a proper chance yet, and I want to see him get a proper chance. Lingard wanted to go, and we didn't have any issues with him going. Ralph kept him in the side, and he's not really playing him that much now. So in a way, I kind of feel for Jesse in this situation, but it's obvious he wants to go. And we all remember his goal in the FA Cup final, and he's one of those players as well that I have no hard feelings towards. I will not have any bad feelings at all, and I wish him nothing but the best. And then good luck at your next club.
Hit the road, Jesse. Hit the road. Buzz the tape.
Press.
As far as Martial, with that last one you put up, gone. Bye.
That's it.
Go long.
They both can leave.
Clive is
Diallo.
saying that Rashford was more consistent before Ronaldo came, bro. There's so many things that was different before Ronaldo came, but we don't want to get into that Ronaldo conversation today.
I just have a query, though. Sorry, yeah. But I have a little challenge really paying attention to Clive with that Barcelona jersey in that picture.
I don't know why all it is beyond Clive. Clive said it was a gift. He
It's
did not
bugging me.
buy it. It was given to him. You know, he is a United supporter. Don't take on Clive jersey. Oh gosh, leave Clive alone. I really
Hold on.
want to touch on this one here now. And I left it for last because I was really surprised by this. Phil Jones, 86% of people want him out. No problem with that. Well, we spoke about Jesse Lingard already. Ralph Ragnick, 73% of responders say to axe Ralph. Now, the question was straightforward, keep or axe. I don't know if that 73%, how much of those think, yes, we don't want Ralph to manage the club, but we want Ralph to be in the boardroom, or if they just don't want Ralph around at all. But I was surprised to see that number because I think Ralph, under the circumstances, is doing a good job. Talk to me, guys. What say you?
Yeah, this has been the plan from the get-go. We've spoken on this numerous times on this show. We don't want Ralph in the manager's seat because he has a more important role to play with the club, which is going upstairs at the board. Because we need somebody with a footballing mind up there and somebody that can communicate with the manager. Hopefully, well, when we go to the manager part later, but hopefully with the manager I want, that they can be on the same wavelength. The manager can be implementing the style he wants to play with the players he wants. And that can be Ralph's job up there talking to the rest of the board to say why you need to splash out for this player and not try to find a bargain version in, because this player is one we need to fit the system. So in the sense of axing him from the gaffer spot, yes, but he needs to go, but he's going upstairs. And at the end of the day, that's the bottom line with it.
Carlton says the players are complaining that Ralph's methods are outdated. Carlton, I don't want to hear nothing from these players, you know. They were saying about the backroom staff and the Ole as well.
Yep.
And Ralph's system and Ole's system is two totally different things. These players have too much influence in Manchester United.
These players are lazy.
David Gittins is saying, as we speak about players, what does the panel have? Who does the panel favor to replace Ralph?
Oh, this will be a fun talk. Are we going to get into this now, or are we going to go later on at this?
No, yeah, we're going to talk about the managers now. I see David Gittins is on the inside. One Love United. Yes, David.
David already in the lead. David already in the lead for the shirt.
Do it. You know what I mean? We got
David right now is yours.
Let's shirt to give away, guys. You know what I mean? Jump onto that YouTube and make sure and subscribe and like the video and type and comment One Love United to get on board with that. So, Pochettino got his back end handed to him yesterday from Real Madrid after being 2-0 up on aggregate to lose.
What would you say?
In the second half.
What would you say?
I don't know. Somebody tell me.
Drink water and mind my business.
So Pochettino is, according to Fabrizio Romano, I was looking at a video with him today, and he says it is only a matter of time before Pochettino is relieved of his duties at PSG.
You should stay
And
out
there
of
is a lot of talk that Manchester United needs to, you know, to bring forward to let it be known who their next manager is going to be before the end of the season. Right? Because if we're really looking to go forward, players, Rashford included, wants to know who the next manager going to be. Everybody wants to know who the next manager going to be. And also we need to have an idea to chart a proper course to know who this person wants, which players do we need to be going for. If we want to be a progressive club, we need to address that issue. So another name added to the pot is Thomas Tuchel. Right? Since this news with Chelsea broke today, the internet has been going crazy, specifically Twitter, with a lot of Manchester United supporters. This is after Jamie Carragher put out a tweet and went to social media talking about, Manchester United should go after Tuchel. And a lot of United supporters seem to be following that up. I, for one, takes with a real bag of salt anything that Carragher has to say, because he don't like Manchester United and nothing he says will ever really be for our interest. But that's just my opinion. But a lot of United supporters talking about that. And then, of course, you have the man who was the big front runner, Ten Hag, still in the mix. The talk is that after Ajax game in the Champions League, whether they win or they lose, Manchester United will be having that conversation with Ten Hag, which would be next week. Please go on about, how the direction he would want to take the club. So I'm throwing it out there, guys. You have Tuchel, you have Ten Hag, you have Pochettino. Talk to me, Raul. Who you want?
I only hear one name there.
And which name is that?
I only hear one name. That is Ten Hag. I only hear one name. One. Because, come on. Poch. And you can't deal with the destinies that we're talking about. Tuchel. See, he's supposed to be there. Let him stay there. No matter how good he is and what he's done, let him stay there. Because that makes 5 years on the road, probably. But no. Ten Hag.
Anybody else have a different view to Ten Hag?
No. Pochettino,
It seems this topic went by quick.
Yeah, I mean,
Everybody's unanimous on that.
clearly unanimous. It's rare that we are totally unanimous on anything on this program, which is good because conversation is good.
And mind you, Reckett is quiet. Reckett has said nothing. Reckett is in agreement. Silence is consent.
and might to go back to Tottenham because you all know Conte is not staying there at the end of the season. All right. So much.
So let's all give a standing ovation to Ten Hag, and let's hope the people on the board of Manchester United hear us.
I have an outsider though. I have an outsider though. There's an outside the box selection for me.
Go ahead.
Other Ralph in the league.
Who?
There's another Ralph in the league. Ralph Hasenhuttl from Southampton.
No.
Now, I'll be honest with you. I like the style of football that Southampton plays.
Mm-hmm.
My problem is, if the options is either you win or you get 6+ goals, I have a problem with that.
Right.
We could do without a heartache at Manchester United. Right? No.
I know, but again, as I said, and that's why I said let's throw an outside name in the mix.
But again, here,
because you see what we're doing here, we're recycling the same old names.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
If you want to put an outside name in there's probably only one outside name that I would even consider hearing right now.
Yeah.
Rooney.
Yes, but Rooney will turn
And
down
I,
the job.
but
He
but I
said
but
so.
I said that is an outside name. If you
Yeah.
want
Yeah.
an outside name,
No, not Bielsa. Oh Jesus, no,
Who?
no, no,
no.
Carlton is officially a Barca man, right? Right.
Bielsa.
No.
He's a
As,
Barca man, bro.
as,
But
yeah,
for me, Rooney, you see the job that he's doing right now
yes,
at Derby. That everybody knows they should have been already relegated mathematically, and he is inspiring these kids doing well.
but
I only have one concern that comes with Rooney right now. That he has a side right now that's pretty youthful, that's full of hungry kids who are trying to prove that they deserve to belong there. I
yeah,
am curious to see how Rooney would deal with egos. That would probably be my biggest concern with him, especially when everybody knows what Rooney did in his career as well too, in terms of trying to get that big contract.
I
Yeah.
think we really need a revamp at Manchester United before we
yeah.
get the likes of Wayne Rooney inside there. I think people talk about bringing Wayne Rooney and bringing Roy Keane. Yeah, I love those guys, and I think Wayne Rooney is doing an excellent job coaching where he is, and he just may bring something nice to the table. But the kind of clashes and the kind of issues are going to happen in that dressing room if we just drop Wayne Rooney and 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 and, and Keane into that dressing room with
Oh
those
Lord,
divas.
oh Lord.
Nah, we, these guys don't play for managers they like because everybody loved Ole.
First day on the
Right?
job, Roy Keane coming like this.
Yeah. Yeah, for
What
sure.
is 2 + 2?
You understand?
Lord, bring it back.
When you see us halftime, we keep walking inside the dressing room. Roy don't wanna play.
Is
Roy
that
don't
not what
wanna
Fergie
play.
did? Is that not what Fergie did and it worked too?
Yeah, Roy not playing.
No,
No,
but
I
but,
don't
but
know.
I just wanna add to what you're saying there. If you look at what is happening within the dressing room, and you look at Cristiano Ronaldo's reaction to them, you pay attention to his reaction to them. It gives you that feel because Ronaldo come from that same school with Keane and them, and
Mhm.
he know what it is to win. He know what it is to work hard to win. And these
Yeah,
fellas
but
not doing that.
we've spoken about that on this program so many times. We living in a different era.
It
All
is
right,
something
guys,
else.
we already 1 hour in. So I want to ask you all this question. And it's not so much a debate, as much as I want people to share their thoughts. And what I want you all to share your thoughts on is simply this. What can United do to win silverware next season? So I'm giving everybody 2 minutes, and then I would go aloud unless you all want me to go first and say So I think I'll go first.
I wanted
Because
this one.
I don't want to come back around.
I will go after you.
I don't want to come back around. As we finish, we heading straight into the next topic. So, what does Manchester United need to do to win silverware next season? First and foremost, what we were talking about earlier, I think is critical. We need to have a clear out at Manchester United. There needs to be an exodus. We need to sell about 7 to 8 players. And the reason for that is not just that certain players not good enough. The reason is also because there's a frail mentality in this club. And you're not going to change the mentality just like that. These players loved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and they threw him under the bus. They failed to perform. They failed to step up in big games. We're seeing the same thing with Ralph. Everybody remembers the first game when Ralph hardly had any training sessions and everybody was trying to impress the manager. And they run out there in 4-2-2-2 and was looking so good against Crystal Palace. What have we seen since then? Yes, we've seen improvement, but we still hearing whining and complaining coming out of the dressing room. Too much divas at Manchester United. Time for them fellas to hit the road. So we need to clear out. We need to promote some youth. And we also need to buy top-notch players. You see the players like Fred. Now, don't get me wrong. Fred is a decent player. Fred is a good player. We don't need good players at Manchester United. We need elite. We need the Varans. You understand? We don't need the Wan-Bissakas. Very good but one-dimensional. We don't need the Harry Maguires. Very good but limited in what he could do. He's excellent header in the ball, but his
No, he's not.
ability.
No, yeah.
No.
I'm just saying what
Right
he was
now,
told. What he was told.
over time.
Robert,
Devin.
you and I both agree. You and I both agree on that part, but
No,
let's
no,
let
no,
Chad
no.
finish.
You went wrong.
Robert, you and I are on the same page, but let's let Chad finish.
Right? So we need to buy excellent players. We need to buy people who walk in straight into our first team. Not the Van der Beeks where we questioning, okay, where even when we got Donny Van der Beek, and a lot of us thought it was a good purchase, we were like, well, where he going to play? He going to play in the 10? He going to play in Pogba position? No. Watch me. When we buy a player, from now on, we need to know where that player going before he even land, because he's a specialist. He's elite. You understand? We need to get elite talent. We need to promote from inside. We need to get a proper manager, and we need to have football people doing football decisions. Murta, Fletcher, new manager, and Ralph Ragnick. They need to be the ones there making football decisions. Now, from my understanding, since Ed Woodward has left, Richard Arnold has made it clear, I am a businessman. I am not a football person. I will handle the money side of things. Let these guys handle the football side of things. That is what we need, and I hope that is what we're going to get continuing forward, because Ed Woodward has done a number in this club, and we need to repair that. But those are my recommendations, and I don't think if we get rid of 6 to 8 players, we promote 3 or 4, and we buy 3 elite players, an elite striker, an elite CDM, and an elite centre back, whether it's Rudiger, whether it's Rice or somebody else. I don't want to know. Maybe he might be good. I don't want no youth prospect. I'm talking about elite. I don't care the money we have to spend. We like to say we are Manchester United. We need to act like a big club. Go and buy the CDM and the defender. We could get Rudiger for free. Go and buy the people that we need. I don't think we should go after Haaland, but we need to go out there and get an elite attacker, or somebody who at least could be elite, because there are not much elite strikers out there, and promote. And I think we could do some business next season. Talk to me, Devin.
So what happened to the 2-minute thing there? Yeah, so I was sitting here listening, like, yeah, you're good. But I sitting here like, I was like, oh, hold on. You want about 5 minutes?
1, 2, 8.
Yeah. So I agree with everything that you said. And the other thing as well, I would also add in one more thing as well. I could care less if you are world class, you are a Ballon d'Or winner, like any of that. These leaks that are coming out from the club and all that needs to stop. And if it's your team or if it's you that's doing it, you get one warning. One warning. If it continues after that, I don't care. I want you out. There are certain things that what goes on in the dressing room needs to stay in the dressing room. Like you don't want everybody all in one getting in your relationship life as well. So why should be doing the same thing with your football club as well? Because I am not going to sit there and I'm not going to tell you how you should handle your relationship with your significant other. I would not expect you to do the same thing with me. When it comes to the football operations, you have issues within the club. Keep it within the club. You have a problem with somebody, say it to their face. Don't say it out in the public, because to me that's very cowardly in my opinion. I agree 100% where we need to clear out right now. We need players who are going to give their all for the club. We need world-class players. I will say I do think we will need probably 2 CDMs if we either Rice or Calvin Phillips, or somehow if we could get both, that would be incredible. We definitely need an elite striker. I am thinking Harry Kane. He's Premier League proven. He's going to break the all-time Premier League scoring record. We need a good right back. Lamptey is pretty is the one I'm thinking. A center back as well, Rudiger, which we could get on a free, and the manager Ten Hag. So with those things in mind, I think it'll start a revamp. But I also don't think that, and this is going to sound hard to believe, I don't think it's going to be a one-season thing. Like, people expect instant results off of this. Like, go and get these players right now, and all of a sudden we're going to win titles left and right. I think it's going to take at least 2 or 3 seasons. Maybe I could be surprised, but
I
you
use
never
the
know.
titles. The question is silverware, to win silverware. Have a
Okay,
lot of. You don't need a great club to win the cup.
Right, but I have a question though, right? You say it might be 2 or 3 years. Within those 2 or 3 years, right? You have City, right, who will go up, right? You have Liverpool, who will go and buy. You have the new boys, Newcastle, who right now flexing the weights. I mean, people could say what they want, but Newcastle are doing the right things in the right way, and you know they will come for people. So I don't think the sad reality is that I don't think we have 2 or 3 years, because we are already 4 or 5 years behind the best. We are 4 or 5 years behind City. You know what I mean? So I think what we need, I mean, even though it is very impractical, we need that instant success now. We need that next season we do the changes and it happens. Because it has to happen next year. I think, in my opinion, Arsenal and all, we could all laugh, but Arsenal is going very slowly in the right direction. You know what I mean? So I think for us, we have to, whatever we do, it had to be done now, which is, I mean, it is very hard to grasp, you know, but that is just our reality right now.
Raul?
Confucius say, wise man keeps still tongue. But in this situation, you basically said what I was going to allude to. We need to buy a spine. And I'm saying that with all puns intended. But as a club, we need to buy a spine. We need to buy down that center. I learned from Ron Laforet and Roger Corner, the most important thing in your team is your spine. When you watch how your team line up from that striker straight down the middle to the goalkeeper, you know how good your team is. And I can't say that with my team for the last couple of years. Or few years, I would say. You understand? So, buying the spine, one. As well as just to get silverware. We can get silverware with what we have, you know. We might squeeze something. As I just get this eerie feeling that we're going to go far in the Champions League. And they're just gonna shock everybody. I just get that.
Ways!
Let me know. You like stupid. Hey.
I just find that statement so you know,
it's shocking, yeah. It's like, you see, when you're down here long like me, right? And you've been following the club for soon, this month makes it 40 years. You've seen a lot. And you've seen stranger things happen. I just get the feeling that something is just going to click. It may not be domestically, but it may be in Europe. Something will probably just click. Them fellas might just start to believe, hey, we could do this. We can handle this.
All right. Talk to me, Bruce Wayne. You have the last say.
All right. For me, I'll do things in this order. First and foremost, hire Ten Hag as our coach. So the players, so incoming players, outgoing players, the board, the fan base, the world knows that Ten Hag is the coach of Manchester United from now until when 2027, however long his contract is, right? Next, I will make Ralph Ragnick's position on a long-term basis, not this 2-year consultancy. I'll actually give him a proper position on a long-term basis because we need his football knowledge inside the club on a long-term basis, not here now going next 2 years kind of vibes. No, We need that consistency there. All right. Third, sell the dead weight. We need to sell the dead weight. Get rid of the players one time. The players we don't need, identify them. Hey, it was nice. So the likes of Mata, Matic, Phil Jones, Lee Grant, Fred Cavani. Yo, fellas, it was nice. You all have to pump because we need that. We need that cash to bring in new players, and then we start to sign the new players now. We bring in, so we have to bring in like a left-sided center back, at least 2 CDMs, right? We need a backup for Bruno also, unless you promote somebody from the youth side.
Let me just ask you a
That's
quick
why you want
question
to-
here.
Yeah.
We talk about promoting youth. You don't think with both Ghana and Levitt coming back, and Ghana has been doing very, very well on loan.
Yeah.
Very, very well. If we sign 2 CDMs, do you think Ghana going to get a sweat in that team?
Fight for your position, bro. It's Manchester United.
All right, go ahead.
Put the recognized professionals under pressure. Prove them wrong. Prove us wrong as a fan base, as a club. Prove Ralph and Ten Hag and all these guys wrong. Say, hey, let's like how Ilanga put Rashford and them on the bench. Same, let them fight because that's about it. Not for you just to say, well, I am here. Everybody was talking about me for the past 2 seasons, and I could come in and do all these wonders. No, you want to be a part of this. They brought in these guys because they think you're not good enough. Show them that you're good enough and even better. Make them feel that they made a mistake going outside. That's my mentality. All right, from that perspective, even though we have to sign the players. Because let's say we don't sign anybody and we promote Ghana and Levitt and they don't perform to the level that we wanted them to perform to. Another window pass, we have to put up with these players.
No. I agree. We have to sign a proper CDM. It's just that signing too, because remember I'm saying world-class signings. We don't want to they or they about.
Yes.
If we get 2, really top-notch CDMs, how Ghana going? I mean, he's still a youth product. Don't get me wrong, he's good.
Yes.
But he's still a youth product. It's gonna be tough for him. But I hear you. I have no problem with competition. So go ahead.
And then also, to piggyback off of what Devin was saying, eradicate the player power. That shit needs to be eradicated immediately. Because too many players or the modern athletes are too much focused on their brand and their image, other than what is taking place on the pitch itself. That's one of our problems in Manchester United. We are so brand focused on the sponsorship deals, what they're doing here, what they're doing there, and when it's time to produce on the pitch and focus on what is taking place on the pitch, they're thinking about the money that is coming in from the other revenue streams more than actually doing what their main job is, to perform on the pitch, right? And my last point is, right, I would like to have at least a couple more players from like past players, a couple more legends within the backroom staff. Because thus far we lost. We don't have Carrick again. All we have now is who? Darren Fletcher. That's it. So basically, you disagree, but basically there's only one person in the backroom staff who knows the club DNA. Okay, Mike Phelan, yes, but only one player there right now, one past player within the backroom staff who has that DNA of the club. It's still instilled in him, which is Darren Fletcher. That's
So
it.
I agree 100% with what you just said, and I know the one person who he's not at the club right now, but he fits everything that you just said, and he would serve at the board real well too.
Who, Edwin van der Sar?
Correct. But obviously I don't think we can get Ten Hag and Van der Sar at the same time.
Well, you see,
But Van der Sar could be, if you bring Van der Sar in with that checks off all the boxes you just said.
right, but then
So,
my thing is, if you really want to be that elite team, right, that real elite team, then you have to do elite team things, which means We should be able.
You go after the back room you want, you go after the manager
Right.
you want, you
So-
go after the players you want.
Correct.
Right. So for me, what I would do is very, very simple. I want Ten Hag as my manager, I will get him. Even if it costs me 50 mil, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get Van der Sar to pay him his money. How much do you want? You are in. I'm going to get Patrice Evra as my. I don't know what he's gonna do, but he'll do something.
Patrice Evra could be a motivational, speaker for that.
That's about it.
Right, but then I will do one very, very serious thing, and people may cry, but I'm sorry. I'm gonna tell Sir Alex Ferguson, partner, we done. Okay, we need to break up. It is done. Okay, we are done. We have been divorced since 2013. We are done. I don't want to see you here again. Watch the games from the safety of your own home. I don't want to, because the thing is that as much as people laugh, but this is a serious thing. My thing is,
Robert, you
No.
are going to ban Sir Alex Ferguson
Yes.
from coming to Old Trafford?
I tell you why. If he
Shame.
cannot,
Shame.
no, I'll tell you why. No, I'll tell you why. These are his rules. Come to the game, sit down, watch the game, leave. Come, eat some food, leave. Do not come to Carrington. Do not come and talk to my manager or to nobody, because if we want to move forward, we have to move forward. We need to stop looking back like Lot. We will turn to salt. Okay? We need to keep moving forward. And so Alex Ferguson to me,
Aren't we saw it now?
exactly. So we need to stop. We need to just stop looking backwards. We need to get our PR, a whole PR department that I have. I'm gonna go and fire all of them, all, because I'm tired of seeing old videos of our glory days. I'm tired. I am tired of seeing our players talk about, oh, I'm sorry. No, if you come into this club, your role is to play football. Do you hear Kevin De Bruyne on Twitter and on Instagram talk about, oh, we sorry? Do you? No, I don't see it. So why is it that our players keep doing it?
Do you
We
follow
need-
Kevin De Bruyne?
Yes, I do. For some weird reason, I do. I don't know why. I do.
Just ask it.
Yeah, but
I don't follow nobody.
yeah. But I mean, I just watch like other teams to see what they do. But again, our culture has to change. You know what I mean? So you have to change that backroom staff out. You get the coaches that you want. If your coach right now is at Man City, you go and you pay him his money. How much do you want? 10 million, here you go. We get the best coaches, the best physios, the best psychologists. You know, we get the people that we want at the highest level. We get the elite from the back. And like you're saying, that spine, the spine begins from the backroom staff. And then once we get that, and we have Van der Sar there as our DOF. So you're bringing the players that will fit that mold. And the players need to understand Ten Hag is the boss. And there's no other boss except Ten Hag. Not you, Ten Hag. And once you come to this team, you will win. And once I think it's right, the players that come to the team will understand the culture. They will understand what it takes to wear this badge. Because again, we had a pride in our team before, which we don't have now. I think that we need someone to come in there and really rebuild the brand of Manchester. Like, not what we're doing now on Instagram. I'm talking about our pride, that fear.
You just found the role for Patrice Evra.
Right. That is his thing. He has to go there and build back the pride in this club. You know, I can't have men on the radio talk about manual rats. No. We can't have men, Arsenal men talk about, oh, Ram to you. No. Men need to understand.
Wait, Robert.
To give a mic.
Yeah.
One thing
Mhm.
One thing, well, Robert,
Yeah.
and when people say Manu and all that, that stems from our own fan base too.
Yeah, no, it does. It
We are
does.
fans of Manchester United that actually say Manu. When we don't perform, there are fans that actually say. So
Yeah.
if we as fans don't even have pride in our own club, you expect the rivals to have any kind of respect for us?
Well,
No,
exactly. And
because
that's
we'll
what
be normal in a conversation. I'll say Manu.
yeah.
And Raul, I will tell you, anybody come up to me and say, "One time Man U," I'll say it's Manchester United, Man United. Don't ever quote Man U.
No.
I exactly what side is that?
Exactly.
I don't know.
And that's what I'm
know.
saying. That's what I'm saying, because like you have to change the culture, you have to change it, from always. And I think if we get that right, that culture right, I think everything else from there on will just fall in line.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I think within a year we'll be back where we're
Well,
supposed to be.
well done, guys. Because I mean, it's one thing. I have a problem. I know that kind of person that likes to just complain all the time. We will run with mouth and Harry Maguire. Don't get me wrong, he deserve to get mouth run on him, eh? But every week is Harry, Wan Bissaka playing crap on the wing, and no, we also had to talk solutions. We have to be progressive and put it out there. What it is we think would take the club forward. And I think that's very important. So it's about that time for us to head in to the BooBoo and Top Shutta segment of the program.
Before you head to that chart, right? I have one last point to make.
Go ahead.
Right? This season, this upcoming off season here, is a make or break off season for us. Huh? If we do not do the correct things, the things that are needed, which are the glaring problems from the managerial level, the board level, the back room, the players on the pitch. If we do not fix those problems this upcoming off season, we will fall even further back, because there are too many players who we can acquire now. They have the manager who we can bring in now. We have the people we can appoint at the boardroom and in the back room now. Get it done now. Face the likes of Arsenal, Tottenham, City, Liverpool, or even Newcastle, if you want to throw them in as just a money powerhouse, overtaking us, and we will still be there like a hamster on a wheel, doing the same nonsense over and over and over, and watching the house burning down, and we say, "No, it's fine. So this off season, the Glazers and that board better get it right. Else, we as supporters and as a club globally, we're going to face more embarrassment to come. We're going to remain in purgatory in terms of success coming our way, and we'll just remain as a commercially viable entity. That's all. Not from a sporting perspective, from a commercialization perspective. All right. Who and Top Shutta?
But before we do the BooBoo Man and Top Shutta, we have to talk one more time about the One United promotion. So the United Hour is going to be giving away a signed Bruno Fernandes t-shirt, and it comes with the letter of authenticity with it. So it is definitely 100% authentic, signed by Bruno Fernandes himself. And all you have to do to be eligible to win this Bruno Fernandes t-shirt is subscribe to the United Hour on YouTube, like every video between now and the 25th of March. Like the video and comment One Love United. That's it. Once we see a like and you comment One Love United on the video, we're going to take your name down. On the 25th, before the program, we're going to toss all those names up, and we're going to pull a name out of the hat. So the more times that you like and you comment is the more times your name is going to be going in, right? Remember, you're only eligible to win if you are subscribed to the United Hour on YouTube. So even if you may be watching this on Facebook now, you can always go across to YouTube at the end of the program and just like and comment, and we will check it out and we'll take your names down. So I am gonna go first. My boo-boo of the week is Mauricio Pochettino and the entire PSG team. You cannot play 90 minutes, totally dominate Real Madrid. It's true you only won 1-0 in the first leg, but you dominated Real Madrid. Real Madrid did not look good in that game at all. Go into the next game, play 45 minutes, totally dominate Real Madrid again, score an next goal. And then in the last 45 minutes, forget how to play football. I mean, the only solace I took in that is that I realized Manchester United is not the only club that does forget how to play football for 45 minutes, right? That's the only solace I took in that. You understand? So PSG, Mauricio Pochettino, Leonardo walking in afterwards, cussing up and kicking players, and police having to be called in. You know what I mean? Boo-boos, total failure. My top shutter of this week is actually from PSG as well. The man Kylian Mbappe. You know, it is the walkout in a rival city stadium before the ball get kicked and people clapping and chanting your name.
Yeah, it's sign already.
Yeah, that's why. That's the only reason that happened.
You understand what I'm saying?
That was his audition. That was his audition at the Runabout.
Yeah. You scored them twice, and they're clapping for you. That is when you're a real top shutter. So Kylian Mbappe is my top shutter, and everybody else, Mauricio Pochettino, Leonardo, everybody else, Messi, the Hobbit, as Robert like to call him, or everybody else in PSG, have one thing and one thing only to do it all.
So I will go next now off of this. President Shaggy muted. Okay, all right. Yeah, so I will go next off this one. So my boo-boo man for this week, I was actually really considering someone from PSG because of that implosion. But you know what? I am going with Harry Maguire.
Well, you and Clive totally agree.
You know, Clive, by the way, I promise you, I did not look down at that comment. And I am simply saying right now, it's
leave Harry alone.
Manchester United. And you were at fault, in my eyes, you were at fault for 3 of those 4 goals. Mm-hmm. And you think you could play a dummy ball and in your own box with your back with when you're facing the goal, you can play a dummy pass. You can play deflections.
Harry alone.
Yeah, so
he's a small child. Leave him alone.
So then you need to put him out to pasture then, like a dying cow or something. That's what needs to happen with him. So, it's yes, I am tired. I am so tired of this right now. It's he 100% has to be the boo man. So my top shutter for this week right now, it's I have to give a tie right now, and it's pretty obvious who the two are going to be. Big players step up to big occasions, and Lewandowski and Benzema did just that this past match week. And for me, it's how do you choose between 2 players who scored hat tricks in Champions League knockout stage? Mm-hmm. How can you choose between the two? Both players literally put their teams on their backs, and so for me, I have to give it to both of them for this week.
Robert, you want to go next?
Devin, leave Harry alone. He's a poor child, right? He has problems, so go leave him alone.
Slap him as well too.
All right, my boo-boo, obviously, Chelsea. Chelsea is my boo-boo. All they're so nasty and corrupt and stink and dirty. Only born in 2004. You were born in 2004. I can just do, or you're a big club. You owner right now have no money. Right? Or you have nothing. Or they're scrambling. Man like Lukaku going back to the airport. Looking for a move. Right? Chelsea. Boo-boos. All them men going down quicker than us. All them men are done. I laugh at Chelsea right now. All them Chelsea man and them. All them. Bunch of waste of time. You find out who going and burning, who gonna trade their jersey. Real quiet for Newcastle. No. Chelsea men, Chelsea players, including Rudiger and Lukaku and Abramovich and Tuchel, all them boo-boos, all. And my top shutter have to be Benzema. The man is 34 years old and still scoring hat tricks. The man is different, and the man honestly he does not get the love and the plaudits that he deserves. The man is the greatest, in my opinion, French player to play the game. Fireban Zidane, Fireban Henry, Benzema.
You obviously a young fella, yes. Anyway.
Wicked, them wicked. I don't know how them so wicked. Why them so wicked? But I know so damn wicked, them wicked.
I tell you,
a wicked fella.
No, I say
wicked.
Listen, I'm a big man.
A young fella.
No, I'm a big man.
What happened to him? What's this guy's name?
Who? Right, you can't remember his name. Hence, he's not great.
What's that? Fellas like Michel Platini.
Who?
Michel Platini, boy, Robert, boy.
Come on. Brother man, you ever
Zidane?
Zidane won one Champions League. One. This man win 5.
Benzema, boy.
It's won 5. I'm sorry.
I could agree with you, Zidane, but you see Michel Platini, though?
How much Champions League man win?
Platini is the best French player ever.
No, Benzema right now do it. I'm sorry, but I understand.
I really like Benzema because the first 4 letters is the car you want to drive.
Yeah, you know. I will give you Benzema is the greatest French player. ATM, right? ATM, Benzema.
Yeah.
Don't say the best French player ever. Don't do that.
Don't do that. That's who Henry. What you in, Henry?
Robert, the spirit of my deceased grandfather just whispered in my ears and said, turn up that damn TV. What shit he talking?
Hey, Robert, I feel that Tobago banana too tight on him.
Bruce Wayne, talk to me. Who's your BooBoo and Top Shutta of the week?
In agreement with Robert, the whole Chelsea crew, the whole Chelsea network, the Roman Abramovich empire. Sanctions like, whoa. Can't buy anybody. Can't sell anybody. Right? Your fans can even purchase a jersey within your own store. Right? Nobody can buy any tickets to go and watch any games. Only season ticket holders can attend the games. Well, how much? Let's see how much of that will be at the playing in the stadium this Saturday.
Yeah.
All right. So there's that, and you have to get a special license to do what? To eat for your traveling and. So the jet alone, to fuel the jet alone is £20,000.
Yep.
So it's heavy ramen soup. You have to call your brethren.
For a trip.
For Uber, call the Uber somebody. PTSD.
Yeah, what Chelsea had a hope. Chelsea had a hope in the next round that they get English team. So they could stay in England and play.
There might be problems. After bike ride, that is like Trinidad in 2006 and bike ride around Germany.
Yeah.
So that's my boo-boo. My boo-boo is Chelsea and the whole Roman Abramovich empire. Hard lucks. And for my top shutter, I am going outside of the box. I'm going to another sport. The West Indies women.
Yes.
And the World Cup, they were representing us very well. Yeah, I have to give them their props because I've watched both games thus far. They look a little shaky in terms of performance, but they pull it out of the bag, they held their nerve, and yeah, shout out to the ladies for doing a good job thus far. Our next game is against India, so let's see if we could maintain that momentum and put people on proper notice.
Raul?
Well, I go with PPC. Poch, PSG, and Chelsea. I need to go no further than that.
You're grouping them.
Yeah. Do they all together? All together as one. All together.
No room for Maguire.
I fed up Flushy. What my number is behind there. Right? You never see a 5, you never see forget it. I don't even want to talk about it. He shouldn't even be on my team. He should have never been the captain in the first place. But anyway, that's the one thing. If I see Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I'll hit him a club. Why you so stupid? Why you put that man there? But anyway, say die why you out now. Because you do that. It was all karma, it come back. But anyway, my top shutter that I'm going to hit all that. And see this one coming is Philippe Coutinho. Philippe Coutinho has come back.
Man got me 42 fantasy points this week, so yes.
but look at since he's touched back into the Premier League. He has been consistent, he's performing, and he's carried Aston Villa, over these last couple of game weeks. His own, and watch me. Yeah, I have 127 points. I know.
Yes.
But what on the wider scale, what I'm looking at is because I'm taking it international. The World Cup is in October, not so?
Yes.
This he has, to me, for my international squad, which is Brazil, he is now making a stake for himself to get back into that fold. And he, in the World Cup, is going to make a difference for Brazil to reach very far in that World Cup. And he is my winner because he is, if they don't pick him, something wrong.
All right.
If they don't pick him, something wrong. But he has been a consistent performer. And this week, he have a Villa moving up the table. He literally carried the team with them this double game week. So that's why he's my big winner. Me and studying Benzema, he could line with Billy Man, I don't care. You know? You know?
Sima, who got you?
You understand? Every time for us, they get applauded. But you have to remember that this man's career was down in the dumps at Barca. And it's coming back. So that is it. That's my boo-boos. I'm a top shutter.
Nice.
I could also put myself as a top shutter for making 127 points this weekend, but I ain't gonna say that.
Don't brag, it's okay. Be humble, man. Be humble.
Yeah, well, last week I didn't get the thing, but I only made 26.
Me too.
Guys, as usual, was an excellent program. Thank you to the man Wreck-It Robert, to the man Devin, Black Bruce Wayne, and Edwards the Only 7. And thank you all for watching the program. Remember, like, subscribe, comment one love so you can get our Bruno Fernandes t-shirt. And remember, Red Devils, we don't die, we multiply.
Hey, if you appreciate what we're doing here at the United Hour, please like, please subscribe, and let's grow this community.